What does Muskrat taste like?
Gamey, sort of like rabbit, but yeah, it was good.
Hey guys, welcome back to Drinking While Interviewing. Today we're on location at a special location. We're at Fahrenheit in downtown Charlotte, overlooking the Charlotte skyline. It's pretty beautiful. And today we have a very special guest, Sam Slaughter, author and spirits editor at The Manual.
I prefer spiritual leader, but we'll go with it.
All right. Well, tell me, what are we drinking today since you're the expert?
We have got the Gorilla in the Room from here at Fahrenheit, obviously, and it's got monkey shoulder scotch in it, Chinar, which is an artichoke liqueur, and Lillet Rouge.
Wow, well, it's delicious. Let's check it out.
Cheers. That's good stuff.
Ooh, that's nice. I like that a lot.
Can't say this will still be in the glass by the time we're done, but...
No, I don't think so either. It's monkey shoulder scotch.
Yes, it's a blended scotch.
Gotcha. What the hell is a Spirit Sedative?
So we are a magazine and we write about alcohol, or my section at least is about alcohol, so anything with an ABV we will cover, whether it's cocktail roundups, or new spirit releases, bars that have special stuff going on, anything, beer, wine, liquor, it all falls under me, and we write about it.
Well, that sounds like a terrible job.
It's the worst thing in the world.
Alcohol, great thing. Writing also can be kind of fun, but how do you mix the two to make a career out?
Shake it, not stir.
Really?
I got really lucky. I was living in Florida working as a copywriter for another job, and I had like time on my hands because what I was doing was not all that labor intensive, and I found it on Craigslist. I had been a bartender, I had been a server, worked in restaurants, worked in craft beer bars, worked at a brewery, all sorts of stuff. And I had an English degree, and so it was a coming together of the stuff I had been doing for the past 6, 7, 8 years, however many. And I found it on Craigslist as a spirits writer and started out writing just a couple of pieces a month and really getting my feet wet from there. And then now I'm here as the editor, so I've worked my way up.
Before this interview, I did a little research on you. And I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's true, but you're going to tell me right now.
I mostly spread rumors about myself on Google.
Did you drink whiskey out of a muskrat skull?
I have indeed. It is the first of 2 animal skulls I've had alcohol out of. Both were in the same place. I work with, and I have gone to many times, a farm outside of Knoxville. It's a literary nonprofit called Sundress Academy for the Arts. And the first time I was there, I was offered the chance to eat muskrat. The people that run it, Aaron and Joe, are amazingly talented at cooking and making drinks, but also in being adventurous. And so while I was there, I was offered muskrat. As you eat meat, obviously, there are bones left, and the skull was left, and there was no small amount of liquor involved, and I decided to have a shot of whiskey out of the skull. The second time was a lamb skull, and we drank wine out of it and toasted to Beowulf, because it seemed like the right thing to do.
You're a published author.
Yes.
Who were some of your inspirations growing up from a literary standpoint?
Yeah, so I was, from the time I was little, reading. I would go to the library, which was a couple blocks away, with a backpack and load it up and kind of work my way through. You know, there was Goosebumps and all of those sorts of other books like that. And then in around 7th grade, I got into the Redwall series by Brian Jock. It is a fantasy series about a bunch of animals that live in a castle and do heroic things and whatever. And Abby, sorry. The beavers, no, otters, badgers live in a castle.
They live in a volcano.
Which is a castle?
It's a fortress. Okay, I'll give you
a fortress and a castle.
I'll compromise and say fortress.
Do we need a thesaurus in here? That might be a good idea.
I'll trust you. You have an English major.
I have an English major? I have an English degree.
Oh,
I have 2.
I'm done.
As far as the writing I do now, the Redwall stuff really had an impact on me. If you haven't read it, there's a ton of, not pressure, but a big part of the writing is about the food. They have feasts, they go through famines, and food is a big part of it, and that always stuck with me. So there was that, and then as I got older, my last name being what it was, or is, still is, it's not changing, Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut, and then the rest of his stuff has been a big influence.
Okay, Sam, so gorilla in the room. We're going to rate this thing.
Okay.
Because the fine folks at Fahrenheit, that's alliteration. See, I know that.
There you
and
go.
I don't have an English degree. You're a spirits editor, spirits writer. We're going to go with a different type of spirits.
Okay, I've got it.
Okay.
I'm going with the Patrick Swayze Ghost from Ghost. I want this thing to wrap its arms around me from behind and help me throw pottery.
Aw, I like that. That's nice. I'm gonna go with Zero, the flying ghost dog from Nightmare Before Christmas. From the dark world of Tim Burton. I feel like there's a maturity in it, the maturity in the Scotch and this drink, and eventually I'm gonna feel like I'm floating around.
Just don't float too far.
won't.
We are on top of the building.
This is Charlotte. This is the Charlotte skyline. This is a great place to come to. Well, Sam, thank you so much for joining us, man.
Yeah, it's been great. Cheers.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next time.